as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. This one taken just inside the 10. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 11. Jump. Kill. Turn up. Kill. 11. Wide. Get wide. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I got you. 21. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That one caught by Gibson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Second and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
11.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch it. 65. Swing. Say. 21. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Hey, let's go. Hey, gun.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
You ready?
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ready up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Joe Mixon.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 61 Matchbox Lights. 50. Mike 50. Hey, Haywood.
G, we got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Mike's 50, Mike.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Set. 10-2 stop.
All day. Check your hot read. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Under crunch. Slam.
Get it.
This is Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
That's another Bengals first down.
Ready.
At the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
5.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Boyd. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
70, Indy. Yeah. You don't want none. X3, 218, chopper. 5. Get it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's got some space here. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Garoppolo on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
21.
Second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
One, Omaha. Hey, high 7.
52's the mic, boy. 52.
Now Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
21.
54.
Hey, gun. Go.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
2nd and 9 now. And that's complete. It's Green here. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Uzomah. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down as they are now on the board here in the first half. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, Charlie. 5.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll run with Mixon. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Set, ready? 10-2, sir. All day, baby, all day. Hey.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling it.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7.
Get ready. At their own 37-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here we go. Ready?
Check. Lucky. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
13. I got you. 52 right here. Hey, Delta.
To throw is Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Fielded at about the 28. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They begin the drive with Coleman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, come on, come on, come on. Check right 54, right 54. 11, 11. Check 37, check 37. Hey, gun, gun.
They will run again with Coleman. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
54. Watch the run.
21, 21.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. He got double up, double up.
Black!
Black by 4, my
Move!
Black by 4.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
A gain of 14.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
12.
Coleman now. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
It's a party now.
Hit it.
2nd and 11. This one complete to Niles Paul. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
80 weapon. Hey, do. They go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And Paul has it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Get it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Hey, alert! 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 Hey, alert! 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 Hey, wahoo! I got this.
Thumbs up the helmet. Here we go. Here we go. 54 is Mike.
21. Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Let's go.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Here we go. 65.
They're running it.
Hey, echo.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Garoppolo, 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16